Ladies and gentlemen, if the Steve Smith saga this weekend has taught us anything, don't air your business on social media, especially Twitter, because they don't give a damn. It's Thunderdome. You won't get the response you wanted. We're going to talk about all that and Saints news if they had any. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour podcast. We always have a source.
Dave remains quiet because he continues to search for that he can't find.
What did Nola Fredo say?
Yeah, try to get saved by Nola Fredo. That's a great strategy.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
Oh! All right, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. I see a ton of people in the chat tonight. Thanks for joining us. It's another one odd Monday night. We got Fredo, we got Oppenheimer, we got Nola Fredo, we got Who Dat Golfer, we got your boy Allen, Toxic P, Jerry G. Ton of people in the chat. Thanks everybody for joining us.
I didn't like that intro. I like Nola Fredo. Let the record show that Nola Fredo is my guy. I don't know why I said that one time, but I feel bad.
He was catching strays at my expense.
Yeah. Well, you know, you align yourself with Dave, you deserve it, I guess.
It's Sunday's fault as always.
Speaking of catching strays, we're going to talk about the Steve Smith saga. Poor Yeti just catching strays all over the place this weekend. We're going to talk about the Saints too. Brandon Staley filling out his coaching staff. We're going to pretend that we give a damn about the combine. And we're going to talk about us signing our dream Saints free agent in 2025, plus a mailbag. We got your questions. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I will drink something horrible the patrons have sent me. Thomas, we got the shot from Vince in Maine, the B52. That's disgusting. It's milk and some kind of cherry thing.
That's you didn't drink that one last week. Right?
I didn't drink that one last week. But Andrew, I got something. I got spicy Blanco agave. So
Blanco or Branco?
Ghost. Yeah, ghost
Pepper?
Ghost pepper, spicy agave azul.
That could do some damage.
So
I think we should start with that.
Dangerous.
It does. I mean, if we mix them both, could get ugly. I was drinking before the show.
Pre-gaming.
I was pre-gaming, and I'm kind of getting there already. You know, we do it on Monday night. I don't have to drive into work tomorrow, so I can get ripped, and then just stumble out of bed and go to work. Work from home.
Fuck.
So I can do that. So as always, I want to remind people, Thomas, how many weeks are we away from Only Hands?
Let me check, Ralph. Let's see. We are at 80 week donation streak. So we have 24 weeks to go for Ralph opening an Only Hands account. Sexy Only Hands account.
Sexy. For you people. Before we start, I want to tell...
We're doing this on an off day. Do we have... It's not Tuesday. Is Oppenheimer here? Is he able to make it on Mondays?
He better hear. By the way, Oppenheimer did a patrons only Discord where everybody hopped in the voice channel. I was in there for a little bit. I got the file. Thomas got it. We're going to post it as content. Oppenheimer is going to do that every week. I'm going to try to hop in when I can. It's great fun. It was awesome. But before we get to the topics tonight, Dave, I want to tell people Kevin came up with a great idea for a podcast series we're going to start doing. It's called Where Were You When the Saints? And we're going to do a topic like, where were you when the Saints got Drew Brees? Where were you when they found out they got Reggie Bush? Where were you when Bobby Hebert decided to sit out a whole season? So it's going to be different topics. And
I hate this idea. I didn't say it on the text thread, but like I don't remember. I'm not big brains like you guys. Like I don't remember where I was.
Check the fucking timestamp on that one, Thomas.
I don't remember where I was when these things happened. Like, come on.
But
I think
Dave,
I might have. Maybe I was at Jazz Fest. Maybe that's why I don't remember. When they drafted Reggie Bush, because I was at Jazz Fest. Maybe.
But it'll be a bunch of different things. It'll be a reoccurring series. And Dave, you should like this series because here's the thing: it will allow us to keep operating the hotline because one of the things we want people to do is call the hotline.
I think you're starting to reel them in.
Call the hotline and tell us where you were when you found out the Saints were getting Reggie Bush. Me and Kevin and maybe Dave, and we're going to do a show. Keep your calls to under 90 seconds, but call the hotline. Thomas, do you have the hotline number to remind the people?
I will have it ready in just a second.
Yeah,
so I like this from Ethan B in the chat. He says, "Where were you when Dennis Allen said sometimes you have to pop out and show them?" I was drunk in my den looking up buying Super Bowl tickets. So call the hotline. If you're listening to audio only version, 832-779-3820. Call the hotline. Leave us a message. Tell us where you were when you found out the Saints were getting Reggie Bush. Keep it to under 90 seconds if you can. Thomas will go through them all. We'll play the best ones when we do the show. Your boy Alan wants to know, where were you when Ralph wore the zipper polo? That's pretty good. I like that.
The chat's on fire.
I had somebody that I worked with in California. He texted me from like 50.
Noah Fredo's got a great one too. These are just bangers in the chat, by the way. I think this might be the best part of the idea is the comments we're getting right now in the chat. I mean, these are fantastic.
Where were you when Ralph tried Malort for the first time? I mean, look, if people want to do them, we'll do them. So it's amazing. The thing is, we like to do different, weird off-season content, and we hope you like it. I think these are going to be great. And here's the thing: we can start it out as Saints things, but it can be podcast related things too. It doesn't, we don't care. So let's start here. There's not too much news, but Thomas, throw up we got a graphic of the entire Saints. We got a graphic of the Saints coaching staff already built. Thomas, put that up. This is the coaching staff. If you're listening to the audio only,
it's like a Benetton commercial.
It's like a Benetton commercial. It's AI created from a great Saints Twitter account, Ralph Lauren. He's funny. It's Kellen Moore with a bunch of children at the Superdome. And Kellen Moore, I think, Dave, you said he looks like he's running for lieutenant governor.
No, I didn't say that, but it does look like that sounds like something Kevin would say. Which AI is this? Midjourney? Who can do this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Which AI company can do this well? Because it's got the Superdome in the background. It looks a lot like Kellen Moore. And then it's just got just of all different colors.
Oppenheimer says it's Twitter AI Grok, Grok.
Really?
They should have just named it Gronk. I call it Gronk.
You have to pay for that?
Gronk.
Wait, Ralph, you mispronounced Grok. I don't believe that. That's just
Gronk.
That doesn't sound believable.
How do we feel about the Saints? This coach staff, Andrew, it's young. It's real young. Maybe it's not children young, but it's young.
Not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Doug Nussmeier. Gosh, I mean, seriously, like Nussmeier might have been the worst quarterback I've ever seen in a Saints uniform.
How far was he? Was he a semifinalist or a Final Four candidate in the worst quarterback bracket?
I think he might for worst Saint ever. And like, it's crazy to me that he's now our offensive coordinator. And look, like, I mean, I remember Danny Abramowitz, who at the time for like, what, Ralph, would you say like 2 decades, maybe more? He was the best receiver in Saints history.
He was.
Yeah, and he became our OC. I was really excited about that because Danny Abramowitz was a legend for the Saints, and he was a disastrous offensive coordinator. So hopefully this will be the reverse of that, right? Yeah. Like bad Saints player, good coach. Nussmeier, if you look historically at how his offenses did in college football, it's not that great. It's actually kind of terrifying. But we also know he's not really the OC. Like, he's just the confidant. He's like Uncle Pete, with Sean Payton. And this is Kellen Moore's offense. He's running the show. He's calling the plays. So this is just someone he trusts.
Oh,
Doug Nussmeier's been around the block. Like, he's been a lot of places. So he's young, but he has a lot of experience. And obviously Staley was a head coach. So young, yes, but I think there's a lot of up and comers that are kind of assistants on the staff. You've got in Chase Hazlitt, a guy whose dad was a head coach. So I think for being young, a lot of these guys have good exposure.
It's like that old saying: "Those who can do, those who can't become Saints coaches." It's that old adage.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. The thing is with the coaching staff that I'll say is I like the fact that on defense they're getting some college coaches, because I feel like they're going to rip this defense down to the studs potentially almost over the next 2 years. And you got to have college coaches with energy that don't have a problem playing young players, don't have a problem teaching. You can't have a bunch of like old, crusty, near the end guys like Todd Grantham, Bill Johnson. You gotta have like, you need guys where like the guy they hired today from Texas, this is his first NFL job. Like, he's ascending. You don't want a guy who's like, yeah, this is my last job. I'm gonna coach the Saints with Kellen Moore for 2 years. If he fires me, whatever, I'll go fish. Like, no, I like the fact that they got a bunch of up and coming coaches. Get them on the way up, not on the way down. Say.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. And these guys are going to be hungry.
way.
I think the young guys are hungry. I think they're not burnt out yet. They're sleeping at the office. They're putting in all that time. I love this. I love the whole thing. I think this is a winning situation here.
The only thing I would say is it's a tough situation for Kellen Moore to be hiring these guys after the Super Bowl. Obviously, he was behind the 8 ball. He gets hired really quickly, and then he's quickly got to put a staff together. We'll never know if phone calls were made, before the Super Bowl or whatever. But I believe that he was focused on the game, even if he knew he was taking that job. And, another thing that kind of delays that process is the Rooney Rule. Like, he had to interview for OC and DC, 3 candidates each for those positions. So that slowed things down a little bit as well. And then sometimes it's hard to get assistance when you don't know who the coordinator is. And a lot of times, like in this case, they hired a lot of guys that were position coaches before they announced the OC or the defensive coordinator. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some turnover. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they kind of had to fast track this, and we'll see for a year how it goes. And Kellen Moore may say, hey, these may be 1-year rental kind of.
Well, I don't want to make this about the Rooney Rule per se, but the last 29 Rooney Rule interviewees for offensive coordinator positions in the NFL are 0 for 29.
That's crazy.
Like, the NFL, they got to.
It's not really working, is it?
If they need to make some adjustments, maybe they give a team a draft pick if they hire. I don't know, but the Rooney Rule, I think overall, it's done some good for coaches. It's got them jobs, gets them in front of owners who, let's be real. Owners are old white dudes, and they don't necessarily connect with black potential head coaches. They got to do something about that offensive coordinator. For 0 for 29, that is a losing streak.
It sounds like it's harder to get an OC job for minority coaches than it is head coach.
That's
almost.
It is.
That's
the
crazy.
NFL is desperately, because the NFL looks at it.
I did not know that stat. That's wild.
And the NFL knows, they're like, listen, teams want offensive-minded head coaches. If we don't sort of get the pipeline rolling with black quarterback coaches and offensive coordinators, like, the black head coach is going to be even harder for them, because everybody wants the guy who got Sean McVay coffee, right? So, it's just one of those things. But
I am surprised at Ronald Curry. Like, I feel like he's close. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a chance yet.
Yeah. So we'll see. But this staff with Nussmeier, the interesting thing is it's come together quick. And, the Saints are one of the last, well, not one of the last teams, but the Saints are one of those teams that they used to take everybody to the combine, like the whole coach staff, everybody. And a lot of teams are like skipping it now and don't check it. So, like, it's good that they hired the defensive staff. So, Dave, underwear Olympics, the combine. I remember when the combine was like 3 days, 4 days. Now the NFL Network, I guess they stretched that thing. It's like I feel like it's like 10 days or something. Like it's like it takes forever.
What is that? What are you drinking there? What is that?
Supernova Parish Brewing. Juicy. Oh, you want to get a close up of it? Here you go.
Looks like you have a astronaut or a football player. What is that? There's a glare. I can't really see.
Astronaut. It's an astronaut.
I mean, if it's called Supernova, then, you know.
Yeah, good point.
Dude, 79 Saint is, I believe that's Butterich's dad. He's talking about the Saint, like Bobby Douglas, Richard Todd, Mike Buck. I mean, those are some bad quarterbacks.
It's a little early in the week to be throwing names out there like that, you know, on a Monday. That's aggressive.
In this economy?
I got the rest of the week to get through. I can't be thinking about Bobby Douglas on a Monday night. Easy now.
Richard Todd. Dude, the funny thing about the 70s and 80s, teams gave away first round picks reckless. Like the Saints are like, oh, we want Richard Todd. You want a first and a third? Okay. You know, teams just were giving away first round picks reckless. And by the way, Thomas mentioned donate, get it moving. Our Only Hands dream could just die right tonight, and that would be a tragedy.
Yes, sir.
Me and Thomas have been prepping it. We did some tasteful pictures today. So
no, you did not.
I hope that's a joke.
We did, Dave.
You're not as sexy as Steve Smith's. But
we're 24. We're 24 weeks away. That's I'm sorry. That's what, 6 months? That's a half a year away. So you guys are. I'm sorry, 6 months ahead prep work. That's not prep work. That's just you. That's just Thomas taking sexy photos of your hand for his own pleasure.
Thomas promised me he wasn't going to resell them in Poland. He promised me.
Yeah.
So do it like the quarterbacks, Andrew. Like I know they always like. Don't throw it.
Are we really not going to talk about Steve Smith? We're going to go all the way to like the end of this thing. I mean, like, do you think this is why we don't get anywhere? This is why we don't get any more listeners, because people, let's talk about the combine. Let's talk about.
Okay, well, let's do it.
If you could have one free agent, meanwhile you got Steve Smith out here diddling the band members of the Baltimore Ravens marching band, and you don't want, and it's not the lead.
Dave, treat him with respect. He is a Saints happy hour. Saints villain bracket Final Four.
That's why it should be top story. That's why we get carte blanche to talk about this.
I don't know. All I gotta say is this Mr. Martinez guy, he should be sending Roman Harper flowers right now for that late hit.
I mean, here's the thing.
I just found out about this like 4 hours ago and texted the group and 2 hours ago and asked them if we were talking about this. And Ralph's like, I don't know. I'm like, it's not on the rundown. How is this not on the rundown?
Well,
what are we doing?
Here's the thing with this. It was amazing. But Dave, there's so many levels to why it was incredible. I don't know what my favorite part was. I don't know if my favorite part was the aggrieved husband breaking into her social media accounts and tweeting and posting at Facebook and tagging like all of Steve Smith's sponsorship deals. Like he's like, Yeti, you got
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, and Antonio Brown. He's like, Yeti. What's your thoughts on this, Yeti? I don't know if that was my favorite part or the fact that as soon as it broke and people realized that it was real, people were pulling up the video of Steve Smith leading the Ravens marching band. Like people, they couldn't have had those videos in the chamber, and they just found them and posted them, and were like John O'Barnes, friend of the program, tweeted out Steve Smith. He's like he's banging more than the Raven marching band's drum. So I don't know what my favorite part of it. What was your favorite part of it, Dave?
My favorite part of it was, and I have to be careful of what I say because my son is in the room next door.
Oh, that was behind the scenes.
I've got to pull. I wanted to pull it up, but my favorite part was something along the lines of when they were texting each other. And
spoiler alert: behind the scenes is fire tonight, guys.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Or sexting, as it were, and she was telling her how badly he wanted him, and he said, "Noted."
He was talking about how he was rearranging her eye.
Yeah, IUD. When I read that, that was like a mental picture I did not need. Like
deception!
That was
shit!
It's really between Bill Vinovich and Tulane.
And for Saints greatest villain,
starting the show strong with 40 Buckaroo super
your boy
chat.
Alan has a great question, Andrew. If Steve Smith diddled your wife, would you blast it to the Twitters? No, Alan, you don't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. There are some things you need to keep to yourself. Like I joked on Twitter, if you have a problem with your significant other, your wife, your husband, your spouse, whoever, you just say on Twitter or Facebook, you say, I'm struggling, guys. I need some prayers. And then after you post that, you go and set her car on fire like Angela Bassett in Waiting to Exhale. That's what you do. You don't post
that.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's Bassett, or how do you say her name?
Yeah,
you got it. There you go. Anyway, go ahead.
But I'm just saying, like, Dave, you post your business on social media. You're not always going to get the response you think you're going to get.
Well, he might get a free Yeti cooler out of this. I mean, I don't know. So you might be wrong about that. You might be wrong.
If this had happened to you and they tagged Campus Connection, how would you have done it? Would you have got your social media team together and crafted
I would have been excited. Yes, I would have. I definitely would have crafted a response. Be like, I was not on the boat in question. Campus Connection was not on the boat in question.
There were no belts used.
Yeah.
On the beach.
Yeah, no, knowing that I actually had no involvement, I think no press would be, I think there's no such thing as bad press in that situation.
Watch the film says Yeti Coolers needs to answer. Capitalized needs in all caps.
Did Antonio Brown ever respond? He was tagged.
I mean, the thing
why was he tagged? What was that all about?
Yeah.
Oh, he was just, who knows? I don't know why he tagged.
Antonio Brown's crazy enough. He was, sure to repost it or something. Maybe.
Steve Smith. I mean, who did he cook worse, Roman Harper or this dude's wife?
I don't know. Well, Steve Smith has a problem because he's married too, so he's now
poor kid.
Somebody said he definitely because they showed a picture of his wife and the woman from the marching band side by side. He definitely has a type.
Yeah,
he definitely.
Yep.
He definitely likes moms.
Just like Kevin likes nurses.
Yeah, Steve Smith definitely has a. He definitely has a type. Do you have anything else to add about the Steve Smith? I gotta say, Dave,
I'm looking forward to seeing how this unfolds.
Football, the first couple of weeks without football, it made my weekend better.
You think his NFL Network job is fine?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean,
damn, these dudes in NFL Network seem to get into affairs yearly. Like it's not the first time we had something like that.
Heath Evans, I remember had a thing.
Yeah, and someone
Sharper was on the network
someone with Heath Evans. I forgot who. With the same chick.
Do you think Steve Smith tells women to ice up after he's finished making with them?
Ice up your IUD, man.
Noel Alfredo says that maybe Steve Smith, now he'll probably be single, that he should double date with Kevin, help him with his love life a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's incredible, but I do like the thing is, Dave, I don't know, and I wish Thomas had the picture of Steve Smith smiling like the cat that just swallowed the canary. Picture of him close up. I don't know what it's going to mean, but it's definitely going to be a meme. I don't know what they're going to.
I think the one of him naked with the unicorn. I think that's the one that's going to.
But I don't know, like like when you like like they have memes that people tweet out, and it kind of means it has like its own little meaning, right? I don't know what it's going to mean, but it's definitely going to be a meme for something. I don't know, like what it's going to be.
Oh, you think it might go like crying Jordan vibe?
Thomas needs to put it up on the screen. Can we get it up on the screen?
I mean, I can, but the language is,
Oh, we got rules.
The language is a bit steep.
No, I want to see the other, the picture you're talking about that you think is going to go viral.
Yeah, I gotta find it. It's not that picture is not bad. I couldn't. When you said you wanted to talk about it today, I couldn't locate it. Somebody in the chat maybe can know. They know what I'm talking about. It's like a close up of him, and he's just like smiling.
I think I know which one.
But that
one of the ones from the text.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's one of the one from the text. I think.
Is this one?
That one.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah,
that's the one. That's the one. That's going to be a meme. I don't know what it's going to mean, Dave. But that is going to be an iconic sports meme.
It's going to be POV. You're leading the march. POV. You're leading the Ravens marching band.
You could tweet. You could text that to people. They'll be like, "What does that mean?" It means I'm marching, baby. So anyway, that's. I don't know what else to say about the Steve Smith scandal, but I know I would bet significant amount of money that's going to be a meme that's going to stand the test of time.
You should make it your profile picture.
Lots of people already have, Dave.
It's got point of view in the chat. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So back to Saints talk, if we can.
That's a real Saints talk.
Segue back to Saints talk. Listen, the Saints, they may or may not have money to spend. It depends if they use Derek Carr, if they refinance him, or they refinance him like he's a car, like he's an actual car. If they restructure Derek Carr, or they post June 1st, they could have some cap space. So I said to everyone,
I don't believe he's going to restructure. I don't think that's an option.
No, he can't. He's not going to take a pay cut, but restructure is not his decision. The Saints just say we're restructuring your contract. Basically, they just say we're paying you all your salary up front, so we can do caption it. But I said to the guys, I said to Andrew, and I said to Dave, whenever Andrew gets back, and see, Dave, this is the thing, Andrew, his white bouginess, all the sex talk, and it horrified him. I know.
Oh, now he's got to go apologize.
It horrified him.
He's making sure everything's okay upstairs.
Yeah, but my question is. Free agents. I said to the guys, I want you to pick one free agent you could sign. It could be a dream free agent signing. It could be realistic, kind of realistic, or not realistic at all, because we want to have fun. It's February 24th. Let's get nuts. And you do it in the chat, guys. Tell me your dream free agent that's either realistic or not realistic at all. I did a semi-realistic one, Dave. Which one did you do?
I did a realistic one.
Okay, so tell it to the people.
I did a realistic one. Oh, you want me to just go into it? Well, I mean, a little background. I was looking at the free agency, the undrafted, in particular, undrafted, not restricted free agents, the undrafted free agents, and at the top is a lot of wide receivers. I felt like it was pretty deep with wide receivers. You've got Stephon Diggs, you've got T. Higgins, Kellen Moore,
Michael Thomas, still free agent.
I mean, Keenan Allen, not Kellen. Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Brandon Cooks. So now I don't think we're going to go out and get one of those top level guys because I just don't think we can afford it. So I'm thinking we got to get somebody who's going to be a little bit further down the list, who's going to be more reasonably priced. We're going to got to get somebody who's bigger and taller at receiver, I think. And we usually every offseason we'll always go out and get one veteran wide receiver and bring him in. So I went with DeAndre Hopkins. I think that's maybe a possibility.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Ew.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't say it was great. I'm just that again.
Are we doing the free agent segment? I stepped away long enough to miss the Steve Smith stuff. Good. I was hoping that would work out that way.
Oh, see, he was. Yeah, he couldn't take anymore.
He's horrified.
Yeah. It was too much. He was going to have to go to church.
Yeah.
He was going to have to go to confession if he stayed any longer.
Confess.
I'm on a friend. I've started to realize in my old age I'm becoming a prude. My friends, this one, like one of my, you've met Prince Harry, James.
Yeah.
And his wife Whitley every Friday will send like a new song, like a new hit, a new song she's listening to, and a lot of times they're very crass, like rap hits. And I don't know what that song was. It's like Bruno Mars, and have you heard this song?
No. We don't have somebody that sends us a song.
I'm not going to start singing the lyrics, but I felt like a big prude. Like I was listening to it and like I'm a guy in the music industry. I thought nothing offended me. This was a little much even for me.
Interesting. This is a new one?
Is it?
It's kind of like WAP. It's like WAP. It's a Bruno Mars. Like, he's kind of a squeaky clean guy. So I was surprised that he associated himself with this song. Like it's a ballsy move for him in his career. I know he's going to disappoint a lot of 50-year-old white women with that association, but yeah.
Noted.
I don't know if anyone in the chat knows the song. I forget the name of it, but yeah, it was like WAP.
So
similar deal.
So that's
anyway. So I went with DeAndre. Yeah, I had to go with. Yeah.
So Andrew, what's yours?
As he chugs his bright and bold Cabernet.
No, it's a Chateauneuf du Pape.
Yeah.
Oh, Chateauneuf du Pape.
Côte de Rhône. It's a Côte de Rhône.
Oh yeah, it's $300 a bottle.
No, actually, this one was cheap.
It's 200.
Cheap. Yeah. Only $150.
This is number one bullshit.
Oh, that's a joke.
It's 200.
Wait, did you already do your free agent, Ralph?
No, I haven't. I'll do
No.
I did an oldie but a goodie. People that the Saints once lusted for. They once lusted for.
Is that it, your boy? I think that's it. Sexy Red. I think that's it.
They come back around later when that player is like past their prime. And this is a almost Saints legend from 2017. Kevin Zeitler, former Brown. The Saints and the Browns were battling over him. He chose the Browns, and the Saints 5 minutes later signed Larry Warford instead.
Kevin Zeitler, right.
Kevin Zeitler is 34, still very good. He would be a plug-and-play guard for the Saints. Have to stretch a little bit. He's probably in the $6 to $7 million range, but they need a guard.
And you're going with him because Eric Martin was available, right?
Lucas Patrick is terrible.
But wasn't there the guy on the Cowboys, right? Eric Martin.
Zach Martin. He retired.
Zach Martin.
Yeah, he retired.
Thank you, your boy Alan. Yes.
Oh, he retired.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet is the name of the song. The Bruno Mars and Sexy Red song.
That's how it's called? Jesus.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet. Yep. Go listen to it. Go check it out. Tell me what you think.
The kids love it. I'm
sure they do. Just like Steve Smith.
It's very catchy. Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
If the Saints end up keeping Derek Carr and restructuring his deal and creating and they restructure Derek Carr, they can create a decent amount of cap space this year. I just believe if the Saints are going to keep Derek Carr, you got to maximize Derek Carr, and that starts with fixing the offensive line. You get Kevin Zeitler, it's a plug and play guard. Suddenly, if your offensive line is healthy, Shaheed, Olave, maybe you add some pieces in the draft, your offense could be pretty fun. So I went, Kevin, I don't know if it's Zeitler or Zeitler. If you sign with the Saints, Kevin, I'll learn how to say your last name. Andrew, Who's your free agent?
Ziegler.
You know who my free agent is, Ralph? Nobody. I am not participating. I told Thomas that this competition is bullshit. How am I supposed to pick a free agent when I don't even know what we're doing with Derek Carr?
I know. I agree. I almost said the same thing.
Like you're like weeks in advance with this stupid game. And like, I just want to say, like, when Thomas was like,
we could be talking about
I'm like, I don't even know if we have a freaking quarterback. So, like, if Carr's gone, I have like 20 shitty quarterbacks to sift through to decide which veteran is going to win us 3 games this year.
Well,
actually, I have a counterpoint to this, Andrew, because I was actually almost going to say this before you went, but Ralph's pick is actually genius because regardless of what happens at quarterback, you always want to improve your offensive line.
That's right.
If you're sticking with Derek Carr, you want your offensive line to be good, and if you know you're either getting rid of Derek Carr immediately or you know you're getting rid of Derek Carr after this year, either way, you still want your offensive line to be good. So it never hurts to invest in your offensive line. And honestly, you could probably say the same thing conversely about the defensive line. It's probably never a bad investment to get somebody who's going to be able to go after the quarterback.
People in the chat, Thomas, multiple people have requested that you clip Andrew saying fat, juicy, and wet. And add it to the
I have a bone to pick with you,
Mr.
Ralph,
Prude.
for wanting to do this stupid free agent game on February 24th before the combine when we don't even know who's been cut yet. And I have a bone, who I really have a bone to pick with is all these people on Twitter who are like, oh, great hire. I love this defensive line coach they've hired. I've been really liking this guy for years. You never heard that guy's name 30 seconds before it was announced to say, like, who are you trying to fool here? I watch football every day. I don't even know half these guys. I watch more football than you, and I have never heard of 95% of the coaches that the Saints hired.
That's right.
And neither have you. Don't pretend.
Oh, deception! I like this Andrew. Haven't had this Andrew in a while.
Gonna go for 20 buckaroos to play
mad pissed off Andrew.
We are 40 bucks away.
Let's not pretend that you've heard of the obscure assistant coach. Like, oh, great. You're the same guy that's going to be calling for that guy's head in 6 months. You know, one receiver drops a pass, and you're going to be like, oh, he ran the wrong route. That's coaching. Get rid of the receivers coach. He's garbage. You're that same guy.
Johnson.
You're that same guy in 6 months.
You know what I like? Have you seen this? They hired this guy, Ted Rath. You know what his position is? His coaching position? Director of Sports Science. I like that. I don't think we've ever had a director of sports science.
Oh, man.
Have we ever, I don't even know if we've ever had a sports science department.
Do we have a marching band?
The story again.
They're like the Doge. This is like Doge coming into.
Who's in the marching band though?
He just showed them a video of a hot woman stretching on YouTube, and they hired him. He said, "This is what we're gonna stretch," and they're like, "That's good enough for us. We do that."
Oh, stretching! You like stretching?
Show us some yoga poses.
I'm not gonna tell the story again. And I think I told it on Discord anyway. I didn't tell it live. I'm not gonna say it, live on the air. But there was some concerning news about how they
maybe behind the scenes.
Yeah, like how, and yeah, if you're a patron, this is why you should be. And
right.
Sometimes I'll give little tidbits that I hear in the Discord. But the acquisition of Matt Rhea was. I remember at the time there was all these promises of reducing soft tissue injuries, and that was how it was painted as a great hire. And some of the things that I heard behind the scenes were very contrary to that, actually. Yeah. And so anyway, like it's kind of like unbelievable.
I would say the results on the field bear that out.
Yes. and also, like, not surprisingly, it paints Dennis Allen in a really bad light, just like the decisions that he made. And so that none of that's very surprising.
Deception! One more week closer to only hands.
Oppenheimer!
Oh, did we get there?
Oh,
we got there.
Soundbite, my bad.
Before I drink it, I guess I'm going to drink the Ghost.
Yeah, do the Ghost.
Yes.
Jason Champagne has a question for you, Dave. is stretchy the new bendy?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Stretchy is the new bendy. And you know what? Even in my personal life, I've started stretching in my old age here to help me improve my golf game and just to be better health. I usually do like a 30-minute half stretch, half yoga routine that
cat pose.
It's been good. I'm everybody should do it. Everybody at our age should be doing that.
Everybody, once you turn 40,
you got to be stretching.
I'm obviously playing a lot of tennis, so like it's
stretching like harder. Steve Smith stretching, you know.
Yeah. It's becoming harder and harder. That's our fitness tip, you know, from a bunch of drunks.
Somebody in the chat asked, did I say IED when we were talking about Steve Smith?
Yeah, your IUD comment, you definitely misfired on that. I don't know what you said exactly, but it wasn't accurate.
IED. That's what.
Well, Steve Smith wanted to explode in there. So
nice. Well played.
Wait
so
a second,
go. So this is
right.
Noted. It was noted by Steve Smith.
Blanco spicy, 40% alcohol by volume. Agave Azul Ghost.
You're fucked, bro.
Sounds like tequila. Is it tequila?
I hope that burns like you know what from a you know who.
Okay.
Like a band geek for the Ravens.
This is strong stuff.
Oh.
I don't think he's swallowed
it's close.
Yet.
It's close.
Oh no, yes he has.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! Is he going to throw up? Is he going to throw up?
He is shook.
Oh,
he is shook. Is he reaching for the? Are you okay, Ralph? Ralph, blink.
Ralph,
Oppenheimer, what have you done, man?
Of life, please.
Ralph, pronounce something correctly if you're not okay.
Okay. Wow.
Pronounce IUD, man.
Oh, that's the spiciest thing I've ever done.
Did that rearrange your IUD?
It did. Oh my gosh! Look at my eyes. Look at Jesus! Like that. My chest burns like gonorrhea on a cheap whore. It burned as soon as it hit my throat. Like,
Ralph, you know what you kind of look like? You kind of look like that picture of Steve Smith from earlier. you're the Steve Smith meme. Put the Steve Smith face right over Ralph's face. Can we do that?
That's a 9, boys.
My lord, like 9.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it's not the taste; it's just the heat.
What's the other one that you did last week that was hot? How does it compare to that one?
This one is
the
a little
Old
bit
Smoky, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Sally,
I need help. This is way stronger than the Old Smoky. The Old Smoky has the habanero,
spicy, is it? Or
and it hits. This one hits and lasts. The Old Smoky doesn't last quite as long. Like my eyes are like,
guys.
This is like Steve Smith and the Martinez ladies' text messages.
I gotta read this out loud. Like, as uncomfortable as Steve Smith and this whole conversation made me, this comment makes me even more uncomfortable. But I'm gonna read it because it's so good. Watch the film says burned like holy water hitting one of Gail's priests.
Oh jeez.
Oh man, that's from the top right. Wow. So good. Well played.
Prayers for the Pope. He's not doing too well.
This is why I love our chat. I mean, you guys.
This is why you watch the film, man.
You guys are so much funnier than I could ever be.
Oh wow.
Sexy, do it. You better arch your back. Put your ass into it, do it. Sexy, do it. Sexy, do it. Fat, juicy, and wet.
Your boy Aaron, 20 buckaroo donation. Thanks for using Stream Elements.
I like making the AI chatbot try and sing lyrics.
And by the way, we had a bunch of new people sign up as free members and trial members. You can get 2 months for free if you haven't been a patron before. Try us out. Click the link. It's amazing. You should do it. So this is hitting me hard. The only other thing that I want to talk about, since you guys shot my free agency things down because the Saints don't know what they're going to do with Derek Carr. We can't I love the free agent.
You kids get off my lawn.
I love the free agency shop. I can't wait until the Saints have. It doesn't matter if they have $70 million in cap space next year or $35 million a year, $35 million in cap space, Andrew, because we know, like Mickey Loomis, $35 million in cap space, it might as well be $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like the Saints next year, if they want to do stuff, they'll do stuff. But back to the one thing.
Wait, hold on. Before you ask this question, Thomas, how close are we to our next donation goal?
60 buckaroos.
60? Okay. If we hit 60, I will do a shot.
Wow. Oh.
In addition to Ralph doing the B-52.
What shot?
The B-52.
I don't have like any of the weird actually I do have one more of those eggnogs. So I could do that. That's
maybe you can chug IPA.
I will let whoever donates choose. I could either do like an awful eggnog, which you know I'm going to hate, but it's less percentage, or I'll do like I have bourbon, vodka. Like I could do one of those if you want, which I'm going to enjoy more. But,
My only thing about the Combine, the Underwear Olympics, was one of my favorite moments with Andrew. Like me and Andrew talk on the phone all the time. One of my favorite all-time moments with Andrew was, remember the Combine, Andrew, when Reuben Foster got kicked out?
Yeah.
And Andrew he called me up. He was apocalyptic. I don't even know. He was like, if you are
he was apocalyptic, you mean apoplectic?
Apoplectic.
I thought the world was ending. I thought it was over.
I guess
a meteor was going to hit the earth.
Yeah.
Based on what
honestly, it kind of worked. It kind of worked.
It was over.
So Andrew was so mad because not only did Reuben Foster like failing a drug test drives Andrew nuts at the Combine, because he's like, you're getting drug tested at the Combine. If you're too stupid enough to not be able to pass the P test at the Combine, you're an idiot. I don't want you on the team. But Reuben Foster took it to the next level and got kicked out. Like they were doing the medicals and he was so rude or something. Like they just kicked him out. And Andrew was like, I don't want him on the team. Like if you can't if you can't function at the Combine, I don't want you on the team. And Andrew actually was proven correct about Reuben Foster.
I got in so many fights on Twitter that day. And it's like, I remember being like, you're telling me that when it's 4th and goal from the 1 yard line and he needs to make a play and you need to stay on sides and a stadium is screaming at you and your teammates are counting on you, you're going to count on that guy that can't even keep his nose clean when like millions of dollars are on the line and all he has to do is push heavy plates. Like that's all he has to do. And he can't even do that without pissing someone off. Like, yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So, and he was this close to being a Saint. This close.
I know. The Saints wanted him after
all of it.
Golly.
So, but my question to both of you, is there anything else at the Combine that would red flag a player for you and be like, no, that happened at the like a run, lifting? Is there anything, Dave, besides getting kicked out of the Combine that you would be like, no, he failed the Underwear Olympics, he can't be a Saint?
No, like on the field, no, because if there was something terrible that happened, they put up some terrible score for some reason, I feel like there would have to be some good reason. Everybody that's there deserves to be there, and they're all kind of in the same, ballpark as far as talent and what they're doing. But no, it's all silly. It's all silly. They really, the only reason the Combine exists is because all these guys, so all of the front offices can go and have shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's steakhouse. It's just like a tradition. It's just like this is like the one time a year where there's no stress. The season's over. The new season hasn't yet started yet. They're all relaxing. They all get together.
They can get
yeah.
I think the big thing with this, honestly, is the interviews. And obviously, we're not privy to that. We don't sit on that. Like, we watch them run in their underwear. But, the interviews are the biggest thing. And from talking to coaches over the years, like they always say, it's like you want to make sure these guys' heads are screwed on correctly, because I think we forget that, yes, these guys are probably more mature because like their livelihood and their future is on the line, like right now, like immediately. Whereas for us, like, you know, in college, we were idiots and then we got jobs, and the arc of our career and maturity, like they've got to mature a lot faster. Right. But at the end of the day, they're still 20 years old. They're still 21. And remember how stupid we were when we were that age. Right. And sometimes we forget like that. We forget like the age of these guys, but like the stories that I hear from coaches is just like, yeah, this guy did this guy did that. And like, it reminds you like, yeah, these are kids and they're idiots sometimes. And so I think a big part of it is like, there's a lot of talent there. And then there's like this small sliver that's the elite talent. And those guys are going to make it most likely, unless they get injured or whatever. But there's that small sliver. Then there's everybody else. Mm-hmm. And there's probably a small sliver at the bottom that doesn't have the talent. And maybe they work so hard, they somehow figure it out. Right. And then there's everyone in between. And what I think a lot of NFL teams, when they interview, what they're trying to figure out is, does he like football? Is he serious? Does he have his head on straight? Is he going to do the work? And those are the guys that make it, right? And so that's hard to project. Like the Saints missed on Brandon Cooks. He ended up being a bad fit because he had a bad attitude, but like he really wowed in the interview process. And they were like, yeah, like Brandon Cooks is a guy we want on our team because like he's super serious and he lives and breathes football and he's hyper focused on being a star. And so, you know, Brandon Cooks had a couple good years at the Saints, and then he was
traded. A good pick, man. They got a first round pick. They traded him for what they paid.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like Cooks didn't work out as well as we had hoped he would, but he was a good player. But like I think assessing, does this kid have his head screwed on right, is like for the teams, I guarantee you that is much more important than like how does he look out of his break. You know, like they rely on the tape way more for that than what they're doing in underwear, if that makes sense.
I concur.
Yeah. The thing with the Saints that'll be interesting is, 79 Saints, these guys get coached on how to interview. That's right. Like their agents that they sign with are like probably give them like training and like this is what you.
Yeah, but you can. But that's fine, and that. They'll train them and get them to like not say something like really stupid, but you still having a conversation and you can still tell the difference between, you know, somebody who can just hold a natural conversation and you know and jive and pick up stuff on the spot, and a guy who is just gonna say yes sir, no sir, or you know, or just answer regular, you know, give you straight answers and not elaborate or do anything like that. I mean, you know, there's definitely an art to conversation.
Do we think any Saints cap related news, Andrew, will break during the combine? Now, I'm not saying that they make a decision on Carr, but could it be like, hey, could news come out? Hey, they're going to restructure Taysom. They're going to restructure Cam. Could anything come out that would give us clues as to what path they're going to take?
It's always possible, but I err on the side of Mickey likes to squeeze every ounce of time that he has until that deadline. Yeah. And I think it's a smart. Like, if you think like, hey, we might be moving on from Derek Carr, like, wouldn't you want to interview Shador and Cam Ward and explore like, hey, is this even like something we would trade for and move up for? I'm not saying the Saints should do this. I'm not making a case either way, but like, if you're seriously, let's say their mind isn't made up on Carr yet, and they're trying to decide, do we pull the plug or do we go another year?
Deception!
Hi.
Hatchet John is back! Wow. 60 buckaroo donation! Thanks for using stream elements.
John, I haven't seen you in a while.
Wow.
Welcome back.
Because
John,
we're on Mondays now.
What do you want me to shoot? You want me to shoot bourbon? What do you? Or I could shoot vodka. I can shoot bourbon. I don't know.
Whatever.
Does John want to take the MVP away from Oppenheimer? He's only $20 away, by the way.
Ooh.
And Oppenheimer won 5
this is so
weeks
gross.
in a row.
All right, I'm gonna go get a shot. I'll be right back. Don't shoot it yet, Ralph. Wait for me.
Oppenheimer's trying to make his record even.
We'll do it together.
We're gonna do.
Oh, it's adorable. You guys are gonna do matching.
Look at this.
Shots.
It's disgusting.
Twinsies. Wait, you poured the whole thing in there? Oh, you mixed it together already?
Yeah. So while Andrew's gone, I want to mention Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons strawberry and lemon syrup, fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled into Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey is supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. It's freaking delicious. It goes great with everything, especially strawberry lemonade. Thank God for Hardhide because it washes out all the horribleness that people send me. I don't know if I would be able to make through a show. Dave, how's Mardi Gras season as we wait for Andrew? How's Mardi Gras season going?
Yesterday got rained out, so that's actually why we're doing the show tonight on Monday, because they moved all of the parades from yesterday, Sunday, to tomorrow, Tuesday. And not that I'm planning on going to the parades, but I do try and help out the Sacred Heart Fathers Club trailer, where we sell food and alcohol to the masses, and it makes us a lot of money.
That's a bougie bottle, man.
That's probably what is that, Grand Marnier or something?
Grand Marnier.
What a cool bottle.
I'm gonna pour. No, this is just a decanter. So I'm gonna chase.
Oh, that's his $200 wine that he's drinking.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
Fancy.
So I found Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay.
I mean, that was the worst thing I could find. Shooting gin is horrible. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but it is awful.
Disgusting.
So Ralph, I'll do that in solidarity with you.
So who's first?
I'll go.
Oh, you want to do it at the same time? All right.
No, let's do it at the same time. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm on the right.
I'll turn on the puke meter later.
Haas and Pfeffer Incorporated.
Here we go.
Welcome back, Hatchet John.
Welcome back, Hatchet.
Ready?
He's not back. It's just Monday. Unless we keep doing the show on Mondays, he's not back. That's the impression I get.
The B-52, it tastes like a rancid chocolate soldier.
Give me the rating first, Andrew. Andrew, the rating.
See, we drank Yoo-Hoo. We drank Yoo-Hoo up in New York.
Gin is awful because it's like floral, you know. It's and very piney.
Yeah.
I don't think I like gin. Like I like a gin and tonic, I guess,
No,
but
gin's
like
disgusting.
I don't really like gin.
What's the
I'm gonna
rating?
give it a 7.
Ugh,
Ooh, that's a pretty high one from Andrew.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
disgusting.
Nola Fredo is asking if that's the Juge family decanter that's been passed down through the generations
And Ralph's rating.
Kind of looks like
since the French Revolution.
You tell me what you think it looks like, but you know.
This Thomas, this is like a 5. It's gross, but it
Kids
doesn't
game.
have a high.
Yeah.
Looks like Steve Smith.
It's gross, but it doesn't have high alcohol content, so it doesn't really burn, and it's easy to wash away with Hardhide. It's just
Watch the film. You like Beefeater better than Bombay Sapphire? Is that a better? Let me know what you think.
Beefeater. That's what they call that guy's wife. That Steve Smith was.
Nice.
By the way, people, I want to remind you, send us more questions. The questions we don't use on the live stream, me and Dave will get to in the mailbag. We need all the questions we get. It's the off season.
I'm going to reference everything back to Steve Smith from here on out.
Andrew to you wants to know, Dave, do they not take shots at Tulane?
I look. I never joined a fraternity when I was in college, and one of the reasons is because like I don't like being told what to do, and I don't like being made to drink things that I don't want to drink, and I can't do shots. Like I don't have that ability to just let things just go straight down my throat. You know,
don't worry, Dave. You never.
I know you guys do.
You wouldn't have gotten in a fraternity, so don't worry.
I would have been happy. Look, the Zeta Beta Tau would have been happy to have had a non-Jewish member, as a Gentile member.
I 100% could never get into Greek.
Yes,
things.
you could. No. Yes, you could. No. You totally could.
I never. Oh, Miss.
I feel like having a bad hand would have been an advantage in Rush.
Dude, bad hand, horrific acne.
We've talked about Ralph's story.
No,
about
shot.
They sent the campus health people to make sure he didn't want to commit suicide.
I didn't want to kill myself. I was like, it's not that bad. But they're like,
one of my all-time favorite stories.
A lot of people.
And I'm not talking about Ralph stories. I'm talking about just stories in general.
A lot of people at Ole Miss that don't get into a fraternity have suicidal thoughts. I'm like,
yeah,
really?
Because almost everybody gets into a freaking.
That's right.
They have fraternities and sororities for like the nerdiest people you can think of. You know,
they didn't even want me.
So you should have seen where I went to school, Washington and Lee in Lexington, Virginia. There's nothing else to do there, and I think it's dropped a little bit because they've gotten dorkier kids. But like when I was there, it was 80% Greek.
Whew.
Like, I mean, if you weren't in a fraternity, there's something wrong with you. And I don't say that in a snobby way, like that. There's nothing else to do there. Like like you want a social life. Like there's no other.
What town is it in? What town?
Lexington, Virginia. Like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's it was. That's just how it went there. You know.
So before we,
I don't know if I'd gone to a big state school. I don't know if I would have been, honestly.
Yeah. Ole Miss was like 75% Greek when I went there, but now it's less. And at LSU, I don't know.
Jesse Champagne says we need a Saints happy hour frap.
We could have a
aren't we already?
Sigma Eta. It could be Sigma Eta Rho. It would be SHP.
The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidestrawberrywhiskey.com. Thomas, take it to the top.
Roger that.
Finger gun. Ooh, these just hitting me. Ooh, that ghost pepper, whatever.
Well, do you have Malort at your disposal just in case we hit another donation goal?
We do. I found 3 of them in the back of the pantry. I was looking for toothpicks.
Dave, if we hit another goal, are you going to do a shot?
No.
Thomas,
Dave,
what's first up?
Jesus. Unless it's Oppenheimer, then you have to do a shot.
What about you, Thomas? Will you do a shot at 3 a.m?
Jesus, so you mean 4?
We don't. Yeah. We don't have any listeners. Our listeners don't have enough. Shot.
Whoa. Cut you off.
And yes, that's a challenge.
Yeah. All right, Thomas.
Whatever
what's
you say,
first
man.
up? What's first up, Thomas?
All right, first question from Saints Rabbit, the usual suspect. Saints Rabbit, we miss you live. Come on, man. Come on live Sunday. He asks, if Dave was able to graft the hair and hairstyle of any current or former Saints player, who would he choose? And who would everyone else choose for him?
I mean, I feel like Cam Jordan is the answer here, right?
Jeremy Shockey's pubes.
Anal zone.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, Anzalone's got to be the...
Yeah, but does it have to be blonde still? Because there's no way. I can't pass
blonde
the blonde.
would be weird.
Yeah.
I think Cam Jordan, just because like he has a different hairstyle every time you see him. Like Cam's hair is awesome.
Cam Jordan's
I was
hair and
originally
Derek Carr's
thinking Cam.
eyeliner.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like that.
No, we're sticking with
Butteridge's dad is still in the chat, Alan. They had some Saints players in the 70s with some wild hair.
Oh, what about Billy Kilmer?
Ooh, Billy Kilmer's a good one. He had a good lot. Janoris Jenkins.
Have you seen that picture that's out there of Tom Brady at like 45 and Billy Kilmer at 38 side by side? It is.
Who would that go for with the correct
incredible.
answer, guys? Who would that go for with the correct
Andy
answer?
Dalton. That's the one.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, nice.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Janoris Jenkins was also a nice pick.
Maybe just Kamara's
Alvin
dreadlocks.
Kamara? Oh, we might have Kevin.
Whoa, Kevin just hopping in the last 10 minutes.
Is it Sean O'Leary's music?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kevin.
My God, King!
Hey, Kevin, will you take a shot if we hit another donation goal?
I have nothing to take a shot of, so.
Oh my! How do you not have any liquor in your? What kind
Wait,
of
hang on a
Puritan
second.
are
Hang on.
you? Jesus.
Ken Stabler hair. I think Dave having the gray beard and a mullet.
Wait, it wasn't Billy Kilmer, was it? It was Ken.
No, hang on. I got.
Which uncle is this?
This is. Now, this was
Steve
bought.
Smith's uncle.
This was bought late December. So I'm assuming it's still good. Tito's handmade
assume that.
vodka.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Tito's.
fine.
It's Tito's. He's reading it loud. Yeah, read the rest of the
Basic
label.
shit
What else-
ever,
what
and you're
else
like,
does it say?
this is a vintage
Tito's.
Budweiser Light.
Like, I don't know.
It's,
Brother, I'm not a vodka guy. It's 80
called
proof.
Tito's.
80 proof, 750 milliliters.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
a vodka guy.
We
this
know-
has
we
to
know-
be mixed with something.
Everyone
Says
on
it's distilled
Earth
in
knows
Austin,
Tito's, Kevin.
Hang
Texas.
on,
Yeah.
I got
Tito's is
something.
actually a great vodka. It's actually my preferred vodka.
Tito's vodka?
Yeah, it's,
Okay. If I'm
Tito's,
getting a dirty
Tito's.
martini, it's
Tito's.
Kettle One every time.
What's that?
This
Kettle One is
is
way better than Tito's.
Saint Germain elderflower liquor.
Oh,
You know what? Actually,
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Andrew and I had the
exactly
same
what you're
thought
gonna do.
process.
Yeah.
Yes, take a shot of that. Yeah, Andrew and I had the same thought.
What's
So
next?
so
make it
is
happen,
it? It's a
guys.
shot of this. So it's a shot of this by
vermouth?
itself.
Is that what that is? That's vermouth,
Yes.
right? Dave? Yeah.
No,
So it's a shot
not
of this by itself, or am I mixing the 2
I'm pretty sure that's
It's just-
vermouth.
No, it's just an elderflower liqueur.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might be vermouth. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway, no, just the Saint Germain. Just the
Just
Saint
that.
Germain.
Okay,
Just
I'm gonna
the
put
tip.
the vodka up. So I tell you what, if we get where
I have
are
some of that here. I'll
Guys, this
smell
is
my
worth
bottle
donating.
if
Trust
you
me
take a
on
shot of
this.
that.
okay? So if
A
you're
shot
saying
of
we hit
vermouth.
283,
Yeah.
then okay, if we hit 283, then yeah, I'll take a shot of this.
What?
All right, let's go.
what's
Quick
next?
question
So-
from
Hatchet
the
John
chat.
and Oppenheimer, the gauntlet has been thrown. You guys battle it out. Who's richer? Let's see. We'll find out tonight.
Or maybe some
Who's
mysterious
got the-
stranger. You never know, man. Maybe Cajun Sands listening in the shadows.
Who's got the
lurking.
larger peen wallet?
Jesus. Lee.
What,
A quick question from the chat, guys. What nurse left those bottles at Kevin's place?
No,
Alex,
it's,
That's actually a great
No.
question.
no,
Yeah,
no,
there's
no.
Kevin. There's no way you're buying Saint Germain.
I'm not buying either of these. These bottles are from New Year's Eve when I was still seeing the lady from Houston.
Oh, wow.
You
Okay,
had a New
that's
Year's Eve party at your place?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, we
just
just
party of two.
yeah, we went to the
Ah.
symphony and then came back here and got shit faced.
So
Okay,
why?
well, that's
is
what the
there-
person was saying. They're saying which lady left that.
And
thing?
then you
no, no,
rearrange
no.
the IUD, right?
And she was not a nurse.
Did she have an IED?
Yeah. Wait, how deep did you get? How deep did you get, Kevin?
We got to know. I mean, not that particular night, but we got to know each other quite
Did
well.
you rearrange anything?
That night, no. But Other times, yes.
Noted.
Kevin.
Noted.
Why do you have
Noted.
Tito's and Saint Germain? Were you making dirty martinis? Like
No, we were making something else. I can't remember what
No,
it
you
was.
don't make dirty martinis with Saint Germain.
No, I don't remember what it was
Oh,
called.
I was
but-
thinking vermouth, but it's not vermouth. You're right.
No,
No, it needs to be dry
remember what
vermouth.
it was
It is a
called, but it was
vermouth, but it
actually
needs to be
pretty good.
dry vermouth.
And also, I don't like
Not
vermouth
flavored.
and vodka martinis. It's got to be with gin.
Nola Fredo says rearrange her
Oh.
IED is for now forever in the Saints happy hour
Yeah.
lexicon.
Yep.
Yeah, watch the film. Does she play the drums,
wait a
Kevin?
minute. Wait, who said rearrange her IED? Was it you,
What are
Ralph?
you do here?
That was
Like,
Ralph.
who do you?
Yeah.
That was Ralph. Yep. How did you know? How did you guess, Kevin?
I don't know.
Shocker.
Rearrange her IED. Good Lord. That's
Hey,
great.
we need Kevin's reaction to the Steve Smith news, you know?
Yeah, get third. Can you give it to us?
You know, if you're
As
married,
as a professional dater, you know?
yeah, as a professional sex haver, let me tell you.
Yeah.
If you're married and you have kids and you got a family and all that kind of stuff, it's just like my default roll out of bed setting is I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect Ralph or Jude or Dave. It doesn't affect anybody but those. So it's whatever. My next default setting is if you're married and you got a family, that's it, man. That's it. You're locked in.
Locked in.
You are locked in. If you're having issues or whatever, go see somebody. If you're not, if you're in a situation where you've got permission to do this or she's got permission to do that, that's fine too. But to like, I don't know, to do something
really
where
you're think of the kids, man. Is this where you're going with this?
Have you?
kind of no. It's just like I don't know. Like,
Would you go on a
I'll
double
say
date
this.
with Steve
I'll say
Smith?
this.
Would you go on a double date with Steve Smith? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No. Other people I would not go on a double date with is also Bill Clinton. So
Would you
know.
bang a chick wearing a marching band uniform?
I would go on a double date with Steve Smith, but who would the other couple be?
That took me a second.
Yeah. People want a T-shirt of rearrange her
Everyone has a
IED.
hard time
Thomas,
listening to
make that.
Dave.
Dave, make that happen.
Oh, man.
I think I'm operating slower after my gin shot.
No, replay it, Thomas.
Which one?
Oh, well, never mind. I thought we had a donation.
No, there have been no donations ever since I showed up.
Going, yes.
Well, wait,
We
wait.
need, this is the two of them.
Everyone's like, oh, Kevin's gonna shoot
Andrew and
some
Ralph.
Saint Germain,
Andrew
I'm
and
out.
Ralph. No, Andrew and Ralph are wasted. We got to get this last shot, and
What,
we got
what's
to
next, Thomas?
we got to get.
We're
Kevin
going to
with this.
preview
What's
that
next?
bitch, and I'm going to be drunk as fuck.
What's
Sally,
next?
I need help.
All right. Let's go back to the questions. Next question from Saints Rabbit. Again, he asks, as Kevin goes away to get an IED.
Here you go.
He asks, what are some off-season moves or draft picks that Terry Fontenot could still pull off before Arthur Blank is onto him and he is fired? Wrong or right?
question is
Answers
great.
only.
This is a fantastic question.
Trade for
Falcons
Derek
go-
Carr.
Should the Falcons go quarterback first round again and justify it as like, yeah, Kirk Cousins is out. We just want to like hedge in case
Edge
Penix
against
isn't
Penix,
good.
yeah.
No, trade.
Maybe
trade for
convince
Derek
Antonio
Carr as your-
Brown to come back and play, you know?
Trade for Derek Carr as your backup quarterback. That's your hedge. Just take Derek Carr. No restructuring at all. Just take him and his contract as is.
Expand
Please.
the matching
That'd be
band.
No, here we go.
Wow.
Oh, who that golf?
Contribute more to the debauchery.
Ooh, let's
Yes.
go for $70
I
super
gotta
chat.
$100. Does that get us there? I don't have
Wait. How close are we?
We're getting
That's got to be
$50
close.
away. $50 away.
50.
15?
And by the way, Good Golfer is only $10 behind Oppenheimer for the MVP.
No, 50.
50.
50.
Yeah. 50.
So my only thing is Atlanta, they get so much credit from the nerds, and it's they are horribly run. And I'm if you told me Carolina or Atlanta is going to be a disaster for the next 3 years, I would. But one of them has to be like Super Bowl champion. Carolina, I don't even care. They don't even bother me. Like Atlanta being terrible after doing the rebuild the right way would be amazing. So,
well, Carolina's going to be dealing with this Steve Smith drama all season.
Drink, boys.
There
Oh,
you
boy.
go.
Who is that?
I love whenever there's a goal reach, Tomas goes up like 3 or 4 octaves higher.
I love that it was looking bleak when we first started the show. Like 30 minutes in, we didn't have a single donation, and it looked like the streak was going to get broken. Now we've hit 3 shots.
Good. I'm gonna go get some meat.
Done in a long time.
I'm gonna go get the Malort.
So do I have to like pour this into like some small glass, or do I just like try and shoot it out of the bottle?
No. Pour it in a shot glass. You must have a shot glass in.
I don't know if I have a shot glass. I gotta check.
You must.
Huge vamp for everybody.
And by the way,
it's just me. It's just me and you guys.
By the way, let me thank everyone. Thanks to Andrew for 20 buckaroo super chat and Hatchet John $53 donation via Stream Elements, guys. Consider donating via Stream Elements because it's YouTube doesn't take away the 30% money, guys.
Oh, so I fucked up? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, semi, you know.
Yeah. Semi. Sounds about right for me. Semi.
And Hatchet John is in the lead for the MVP. Oppenheimer, the streak is in jeopardy.
I hate Malort so damn much. You know what? The thing is, I do these other shots and they're terrible, but then I don't do them again for a while.
Yeah, you found a shot. I knew you'd find a shot. All right, I need to.
No, I'm lucky because my friends from Australia brought me a shot glass from home.
I guess I'm doing another.
Australia.
Bombay Sapphire.
Oh.
Am I just doing that again?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll be.
This is great.
Hold on, I'll just bring the bottle.
So I'm going to do this right now. We're going to all do it together. Or you want
you know what? Juge is walking away, so you're not allowed to do yours until Juge comes back. I don't think any of us should do ours until all of us are here.
Juge, the funny thing about this is
I'm just having pizza goldfish.
This show was cruising along to be a nice, tidy, like hour 5, hour 10. Kevin busts through like Norm at Cheers, and now we're
Bust like Steve Smith.
And now we're like at an hour 20. So it's fine. We love you guys. I want to say, seriously, if you're listening to the show and you aren't a patron, go to saintshappyhour.patreon.com/saintshappyhour. Become a patron, dude. Like, it's a great time to do it. We're giving away free stuff. We're giving content out the wazoo.
You're gonna hear, if you're a patron, you're gonna hear the show that me and Ralph and now maybe Kevin do after this.
Yeah.
After Ralph has done 4 shots plus all the hard hide whiskey he's drank.
Yeah. All right.
Man, I didn't realize this was going to be a Monday night like this, so that I was going to get so messed up.
Yeah.
Is Mardi Gras tomorrow or next week?
No, Mardi Gras is a week from tomorrow.
Now you know, Andrew, how it's like to be Rolf.
Yeah.
Every week.
All right.
Tomorrow's going to be a grind.
It is. Here
we go. So Rolf first?
Yeah,
everyone
Ralph
at the
first.
same time, all right? Everyone at the same time now.
Oh, wait. Well, then shit. Then I got to pour mine. Crap.
No,
Okay,
too
there
late.
goes
Too
Ralph.
late. Well, we'll let Ralph go first. We know Ralph is a 9. Go ahead and put that on the puke meter. We know that.
Yeah, the Malot scale.
Ralph, you okay, buddy?
No.
Oh, no.
Cover that Fool album.
He can't pick his head up.
Anybody else get that one?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Tool
And he
album?
looks like the cover
Hey,
of that
Sally,
Tool
I need
album.
assistance.
Which one?
Yeah.
The one where the guy's blowing himself.
Oh, Enema. Great album.
All right, so what was it, Ralph? A 9?
Yeah, my lord, man.
All right.
It's
I'm going next.
disgusting.
All right,
All
Jude,
right.
you're up.
Here we go.
Jude just glanced at wings.
Oh, it hit Juge.
Oh. It's the floral, it sits on your tongue. Like when you take a gin shot, it's not like, you know how a lot of shots like burn as it goes down. Like this just sits on your tongue the whole time.
It's like,
And then it feels like it slowly moves down your tongue, and it tastes like you licked a Christmas tree. It's disgusting.
So what's the rating?
That is f***ing stupid.
Ooh.
Wake up.
All right, so
That's it's moved up to an 8.
Whoa! I think that's the highest ever from Andrew.
Oh God!
Well, let me
All
tell
right,
you,
Kevin.
these goldfish pizza goldfish are really
Ready when you are, Kevin.
Oh.
all right.
What the hell, man? These rookies. Whoa!
wow.
Kevin, you sure you're not Polish?
Oh, that's a man right there.
Wow.
Stone face. That's a man.
You, Andrew,
wow, he
people want you to.
just made. Oh, he's gonna do another one. Oh, he's gonna.
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, whoa. That's water. You put water in there.
No, because my breath is going to smell like a floral shop for the next 2.5 hours.
Delicious.
It's disgusting, right?
You
You just made
No,
mouth look
I
like
mean,
a bitch.
no,
I know.
it's just like syrupy.
Yeah.
It's like thick and syrupy, and it just
That's
tastes
what she
like I
said.
drank. I mean, it tastes like I drank
Does it taste like Steve Smith?
like.
It's like me.
Suck it long,
It
suck
tastes
it
like I just-
hard.
like
this
somebody
feels
took
so good.
Like, what do you call it? A pesto and mortar or whatever, and just like took a bunch of like small little garden flowers and made me drink it.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
this is a
People
one.
want you to drunk text sources.
Dude,
It's a one.
that first gin shot, I was okay, but that second one punched me in the mouth. I'm not gonna lie.
Kevin,
Michael
give me a
Cavalier
rating.
says Gin is like
Yeah, 1.
perfume.
One.
One,
Whoa,
wow.
that's the first one ever.
Wow.
Is that like
One.
throat coat, Kevin?
He deflowered
Yeah.
the rating.
Might as well be.
Honestly, seriously, if I could,
Jesus.
I don't know what this would be like heated, but I would be tempted to have put some of this in my throat coat mug while the tea's, while the hot water's coming in, just to see what it would do. I'd be tempted by that. 'Cause
You know what? Maybe shoot a little Tito's so you can compare.
Yeah.
how much? Listen.
Oh my God, we've never gone further than that.
This is the Seymour Skinner international symbol for,
We don't have enough time to.
it'll cost you. To hell with it.
We gotta land this plane.
Hang on. Well, that's why I'm getting more, so I can land the plane. Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God.
That's right.
I mean, it would, like, if you were to ask me right now, how much would it take to do another shot of Bombay Sapphire? Like, it would probably be $5,000.
You know what stinks? You know what really stinks? I was so anticipating this
Imagine
being like
someone donated 5K right now.
I was seriously worried this was going to be so bad that I was just going to start singing the Saint Germain's furniture theme, and I was so caught off guard by it not being problematic that I forgot to sing the damn song.
Were you worried that you might become a Paris Saint Germain fan?
Well, no, I was just gonna sing Saint Germain.
Okay, sorry, that was a bad joke.
Wow.
It's okay. I'm not a vodka drinker by any sort, so this will be a problem.
Wow.
Ooh.
I mean,
This
Tito-
is going to
And
be
which
a problem.
that should
which
go down
exotic
smooth.
which
What?
exotic rare vodka did you acquire for this? By the way, again, remind
Tito's
us.
handmade vodka.
Oh,
Award-winning
Tito's.
American vodka
Tito's.
crafted in an old-fashioned pot still.
Dave, can you remind me, because I'm polluted, but Tito's is like one of the few mainstream vodkas that is like a potato vodka, correct?
Yeah.
And the rest
I think
of
it's
them
the
are
best.
mostly what, rice?
Rice. Yeah, I think rice.
All right, here we go.
I'm still not sure I follow.
I'm still not sure.
There's no odor.
Yes, because it's good vodka. And vodka is not supposed to have an odor.
Ooh, oh, that's a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sun never sets on the
Held.
empire.
You're not
That,
going back to the bottle. You're not trying to be like
No,
No,
brother,
he's not.
brother, I ain't going back. Listen,
Yeah.
that tasted like somebody held open a bottle of rubbing alcohol.
held open, huh?
Yeah. And
H-E-L-D.
it made it like I just inhaled a bunch of rubbing alcohol. That's what caught me. Like,
So what are you giving this? So what are you giving
no
this?
odor. So as soon as it hit my taste buds, it's like, oh my god, you're drinking rubbing alcohol.
So
Yeah. So what are you
score,
giving
what
this?
do you give it a score.
4.
Okay.
Oh wow. So what?
We need to send Kevin some
honestly, I
awards.
think the new thing is going to need to be what can we get up to like 9 or 10
break
for
Kevin.
Kevin? Yeah.
4 is good, man.
Yeah, forget Ralph. Let's start mailing Malort to Kevin. I think that's what.
Yeah. Have you done Malort yet, Kevin?
I think I drank Malort at the last live show.
Yeah, Malort's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, we all.
Oh yeah. What did you give that? Do we know what you gave?
I pushed it out of my memory.
This show is off the rails.
Are we done? We got to do the. Yeah, we got to do the mailbag.
We got to get out of here.
We got to give the patrons what they want. This is getting too good for you freeloaders.
That's right. Thomas, recap who donated because I know the list is long and incredible.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stay for the.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm gonna drink more of this wine.
The sun
my
never
God.
sets on the Jewish empire.
Oh man, this is your chance to get in. If you're watching the show now and you're in the chat, this is your chance to get in the last second question for that show.
Yeah, that's right. So Thomas, recap who donated.
All right, so the list isn't that long, Ralph, but it's surely amazing. Thanks to
But it's big. It's
your
not long,
boy
but it's big.
Alan.
That's what Steve Smith says.
Thick.
To Who Dat Golfer, to Oppenheimer, and to the MVP. With 113 Buckaroo dethroning Oppenheimer and making a huge comeback as the new MVP, who is the wildly legendary Hatchet John! Congratulations!
Thank you, Hatchet John. Woo. Remember, Hatchet John, DM Thomas on Discord, and the whiteboard is yours. It's your palette.
This escalated quickly, but I will say, whether you donated or not, thanks for being with us. We always appreciate the support. And for those of you who donated, like, holy shit, guys.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
Dave, we haven't had a night. Well, Dave is gone. We haven't had a night like this since I think we made like $700 and I was drinking Jack Daniel's honey out of the big
That was
bottle.
me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them though.
Sometimes we got to do this, you know?
It is. It keeps it real. Keeps it real. So, the thing is, the people who love the drinking love the show the most.
I feel
And they
like
know who they
if
are.
the Saints ever win a Super Bowl again, we got to do a 24-hour podcast.
We will.
Oh God, I would do that. If they
We're
win the Super
drinking
Bowl,
every
If we
10
win
minutes.
the Super Bowl, I'm like staking this claim right now. If we win another Super Bowl, we're doing a 24-hour podcast, and all you guys that are in the chat with us right now, all you listeners, like, we're doing this together. This is happening. Lube up.
Hey, Tomas,
I can get people from that are local. I could probably get them to show up and come by and do a guest spot.
Fast forward
I know some
31
people.
Can you get John then?
31
Dave?
years, and we're all like collecting actually if Social Security still solvent,
Yeah.
but we'll all be collecting.
The name of the
retirement
episode
sometime.
will be Fat, Juicy, and Wet. Kevin, you were here late. Have you ever heard of that song before, Fat, Juicy, and Wet?
Juicy and Wet? No.
I in that 24-hour podcast, I will rap the entire song. And sometimes you
don't pull a Mincy. Are we going to be on a?
Afraid.
Are we going to be on a 40-second delay?
Yeah, Thomas, work that out.
I don't want you to pull a Mincy.
Yeah, wait, hang on. I gotta recheck the lyrics here.
So
if you know, you know.
Yeah. No worries there. No worries.
Thanks for everybody for watching, guys.
I will censor myself.
No random saint.
The random saint is since we're all drunk, Kenny
Steve
Stabler.
Smith.
Willie Sneed. Willie Sneed.
Willie Sneed.
All right, so see you guys for the 6 a.m. podcast tomorrow, right?
Joe Morgan. Random saint of the week.
Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan.
Since we're all drunk.
Speaking of drunk, yeah.
That's right. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show and made you laugh, please consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/saintshappyhour. Give us a shot. We'll do a shot. Every little bit helps make the show a little bit better. Don't forget to follow us on our socials or wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin for just hopping in on the last 10 minutes, but it ended up being 45. I think he was here. We love you, Kevin. You make the show so much better. And Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time, the bar is closed.
Love you guys.
Squat on your bed.
Jesus Christ, this show.